There we go. I think we're live.
Are we live? I'm a hot mess, dude.
Say hi. I'll get the theme song up here in a minute. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you will. Maybe you won't. Are you hot mess today? Oh, my.
Dude.
Here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ceris and Scott, take two.
Woo! Let's see if I can. Yes, the weekend.
And I wanna see a show.
Show.
I flip on the book of face.
Look at the face.
Yeah, I know where to go.
Anything else go wrong today?
There's a man over there.
The champ is back. Look who's back. Ceris.
Showing lots of love
Lots of love.
for the community. With great
Great advice.
I know who I should go
Go
see.
see.
Who's that?
Around Town Radio Show.
Where I go for the latest trend and fun.
Oh, you make me laugh. Show.
For the music that comforts my soul. It's the
Down Radio.
Gina in the house. I'm a hot mess.
Hey, Gina. Hey, Edward Sawicki, Heather. Carla Roger.
So wiki.
Kevin.
Heather.
Two
Heather.
Kevin.
Heather.
Well, to
Heather.
be fair, Kevin Cooper, it just started.
Coming for you.
I didn't know what you were saying. I can't hear you. The theme
Kevin
song's too
Cooper
low.
said so far no F-bombs.
No, she's going to be the peaceful one today. Believe
Yeah.
that? Anybody
Yeah.
believe that?
Yeah.
Kevin Toll's in the house.
am.
What's up,
I
Kevin?
am.
Kevin. Billy McCarthy. How are you, buddy? Billy Rock in the house.
Billy.
Billy,
I love
hello,
Billy.
Billy. I love
Love him.
Billy. Erica. I love Erica too. Erica.
Oh, well, Erica's my best friend. I
And
love
there's
Erica.
Melody.
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 Lance.
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 Hollywood.
That's probably look good, Lance. Hey, Hollywood. Jim.
Jim
Zach.
Ingram.
Mark. Dewey.
Dewey. Thank you, sweet sister Mercy, for the theme song. Yeah, let me get settled in here, man. We ran in here literally at the last second today. So
Yeah.
literally, welcome to the program.
Literally.
I mean,
Hey,
I am
Bill.
still-
Nice spending the weekend with you, bub.
Buttoning my shirt. That's how crazy it is. Hi. How was your week so far? It's only Tuesday.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no complaints.
Good. That's good to hear. I kind of like that
How's
idea.
yours?
Oh, just crazy as always.
Yeah.
Crazy. Had a long weekend of live local music, though. I got to see you on Friday. That was fun.
Thanks, Carla.
That was
This is
fun.
the I gotta go live in like 3 minutes. Here, stop.
First F-bomb of the day, people. Keep the
that
count.
doesn't count because it didn't even have any love behind it. I don't know.
Hi, Billy Baker. Hey, let me throw in a quick commercial tomorrow after the party. Josh Baker going to join me here with a couple other guys on the show. So after the party, you'll be here at Wednesday with the band at noon.
Nice.
At noon.
I like them. They're really good humans.
They are. John checking in from Columbus. How are you, John?
Hey, John.
Watch the band called 16 Candles perform at the Ohio State Fair. The Ohio State Fair going on this week. Yeah, lots of
Nice.
musicians up there. Fun stuff.
I like that movie.
Oh, 16 Candles. Do you?
Yeah.
Gina McCann.
Gina, one of
Hey.
my very favorite humans.
Got a topic.
Yes.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. So something that's prevalent in the music business right now is obviously you're seeing a lot of it on the book face, a lot of cancellations happening out there. People canceling shows, and 'tis the season for that, unfortunately, because I'm just going to say better offers.
Yeah.
They
That
get
comes
what
out.
they think's a better offer, and a festival or something where they can be seen by 50,000 people or something throughout the weekend, and all of a sudden you're small potatoes.
Yes.
Isn't that fun?
Well, super duper fun. And I want to preface this because there's a difference between just somebody that like cancels, but like there was a discussion before, and when they do cancel, they've already done their homework and have a backup ready or options of a backup to cover, and they give you plenty of notes. You know what I mean? There's a difference between somebody like a couple of weeks ago, not even about a week ago, the band reaches out to the venue and tries to find an alternative band or an alternative date that works for the venue as well. Yeah. Yes. Of course, it's going to be understandable to people on the other side, but there's if there
I love
is,
the way you just said that, by the way. Understandable.
right.
Gritting your teeth.
But there's on the other side, if there's the people that don't bother trying to find a replacement, and are just so blah about it. So for example, I had somebody who a week ago reached out and said, "Hey, I need to cancel this date," just like that. And I said, okay, just so I'm clear, this is now the second time that you've, I said, why are you canceling? And they said, because I got offered to do another gig. And I said, okay, well, would be now the second time that you're canceling on me for another gig. Am I correct on this? And he said, yeah, but the other one was like, this date. You mentioned the date. I said, but that is 2 times that you have now canceled on me for another gig without even trying to find a replacement and without really acting like you give a shit. Because in my mind, making a commitment is a commitment. Like I said, there are certain artists that I've worked with for years that have other commitments. And I know this, and I'm taking a risk. Like they have other things where they have to travel, and I know this. Okay. But this person, it was just a local gig. It wasn't, but it was a local gig. It wasn't even, it was just something different. And I said, well, you just don't seem like you really care. And, when somebody makes a commitment to me, and you're going to break it, at least make an effort to try to make it right. And you just don't seem bothered to do that. So this will be I will no longer be doing business with you because this is not how I like to do business. Because I don't think that's right.
Plus, this late in the game, can I just say, and I hate to say all the good bands, but all the good bands are already booked solid and they're playing. So it's tough to find a replacement in there at this time of year because they're already booked out for till the end of the year, those kind of things. It's tough. So, and I see people get on Facebook, like owners, and get on and they say, oh, our band canceled for Friday. It's Tuesday. Who can play? And they put specifications like we need a full band or we need a duo or and all of a sudden they're just inundated with people who, first of all, probably shouldn't be playing out yet. Like, can we just go play in front of this audience that the owner doesn't care if we run their crowd off or not? And
right.
Things like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you get blasted with that. And I know we have 3 gig groups that submit to us for our Thursday show. And occasionally I've gone on there for Mr. Burroughs as a fact, and who's lost a band once in a while. And it's like, okay, who can do this? And people either don't read what you put out,
mm-hmm.
And then they all start private messaging me. Well, do you think they'd take a duo? No, it said it must be full band. That's why it said must.
Yeah, people only see and read what they want to see.
Yeah, that kind of stuff happens.
Yeah, I do, Carla.
Hi,
I
Megan.
have once is a mistake, twice is a habit. And once it's a habit, I want no part of it. That goes with anything. So I do. That's my boundaries. Yeah, Mark, like there's somebody, Mark, that you and I are very close friends with, and I love him with all my heart. And he's a person that is on the other side of like the canceling. Unfortunately, he sometimes has to cancel on me, but he comes in prepared with the most epic like replacements and always feels bad, and it's fine. No harm, no foul. You know what I mean? Daisy, stop. So that's different. And then there's the other side of people that do the canceling that I just constantly see them canceling for whatever reasons they have, whether they're sick, whether somebody got their shoes tied together, whether somebody like it's a band that I see constantly. And when I say constantly, canceling every couple of months to me is way more than you should. You know, Dave, I'm going to say something about Dave. Dave and I had a conversation once that unless I'm dying on my deathbed and literally cannot move because I have 2 broken legs and a broken arm, I'm not canceling. Commitment is a commitment. And if I am, I'm going to make sure that I'm prepared to make it right for the other person, you know? But there's this band that they're a good band. They've not only outpriced themselves, but I am constantly seeing them cancel because somebody is sick. And I think to myself, oh, that is like a biggest red flag because I am not going to take a chance on them. Even if they didn't outprice themselves, I am not going to take a chance on them. I'm not going to risk being that venue that gets canceled on last minute.
And you know, that's funny you said that because that's the mindset when you see all these people. And there's a solo artist out there too that cancels like, oh, I saw 2 raindrops today, so I'm going to cancel, that kind of thing all the time.
Right.
And it's like, who wants to book somebody like that when you're depending on the entertainment to keep people in your place?
Yeah.
Who's going to book you? You know, and then like you said, the bands, some of them, they need to get a doctor on staff or something because they're constantly off sick.
If you're off sick, like once and twice a year, and it seems to happen every time you have a gig, like, I don't know, bro. I don't, my insurance doesn't cover your death. Let's look at Chris Lee's massive post here, but I think he's spot on with some of it. It is, it's interesting. Hi, everybody. He says he doesn't agree with canceling a gig to grab what you perceive as a better gig. He said, I've turned down gigs that would have gotten him twice as much money, but he feels as a performer or band should stay committed to what they have initially committed to. I can't agree with that more. It's, you know, it's the way of the world today, unfortunately. I can say people just, it's like, they won't care if I cancel. Well, yeah, they do. They do care. And it can really, especially when it's last minute and you're leaving the band high and dry. That's how the venue makes money. And you've just fucked that for them.
Damon says, have integrity. Thank you. Agree. Have some integrity and realize that just because it may benefit your band to go play Taste of Cincinnati if you get offered the gig, you know, which is a huge thing. It is. It's a huge thing if you get offered that. But if you've committed to something and you can't find an adequate and agreeable replacement for yourself, then stick to your commitment.
Yeah.
Pass on the big deal for the week. And
it's really just about taking if you're gonna cancel, you need to come. You need to do. You were hired to do this job. If you can't do this job, then you need to do right by finding a legitimate replacement and do your work. That's
Carla,
it.
that's great. Ate White Castle last night. Have to cancel. Yeah, well, that could be true. You know, nobody wants anybody on stage that's got to run to the bathroom every 5 minutes. Yeah, Catherine says she never cancels. Megan says I had no voice once and we still didn't cancel. We made it work. Well, and that's kind of a funny story too. I think when I had Johnny and Gina on the show, he mentioned one night that he had no voice and he called up Gina and said, "Hey, you know,
That was
can you fill in and
that was
and
the night I
play?"
saw them at Mansion.
And that's when you decided, let's put that thing together and you know, make it work at our place or your place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, I mean, that's just what you do. You've got to fill the void if there's something going on. And I mean, everybody understands that. You know, if you go out and you get in a car wreck and you're bedridden, you're not going to be able to play. I mean, we understand that, but
Right.
just to cancel and say, "Oh, I got a better offer," that's pretty shitty.
And again, if you're sick, you're sick. We totally get that. But if your reason for canceling is always that you're sick, first of all, you should probably go see a lot of doctors and figure that out. And second of all, I'm not risking you getting sick because clearly there's something wrong with your immune system, and I don't want to risk you canceling me because the chances are you're probably going to be sick.
Well, and you're, like you said, hit me once with it, I might understand.
Yeah.
Hit me twice, then it's a pattern.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna do that.
Nope.
What's the coop have to say here? Sees
Yeah,
the same
same.
bands canceling for. Yeah, we do too, all the time. And
I see the same bands canceling, and I think I would never book this band ever. And it's funny because I don't know if it was a month ago, I had some members, the band that I'm thinking of in my head that I see that's usually cancels. They don't play out that often, but came to my venue and was like, "We would love to play here." And I was like, "You know, I think you guys, I just said, you know, it's probably not a good fit. You kind of charge a bit much for me, you know, it's what I said." And he's like, "Oh, we can make it work." I was like, "No, probably not. You know, it's probably not going to happen." Because I'm just
Mike, I agree. I agree with you. Commitment doesn't mean a lot to some people anymore. It really doesn't. And that brings us to the next little part of this is honesty. And there are some bands right now, honesty, remember that word that we've forgotten? Honesty, bands that are having issues in the band. We've talked about this before where they're always getting subs and that there's a reason for it. And I know of one band that has someone with a substance abuse problem, and it's time to cut your losses there and move on and tell the venue owners, look, we're not the same band with the same front person or this or that, because all you're doing is doing a disservice to those you're booking in their venues when you bring somebody that may or may not be able to put on a good show. And so maybe that is the time to cancel and just explain, but be honest about it. Don't say, "Oh, something came up," and I mean, we understand your lead singer's parent dies, something like that. You understand it. I mean, you do. You're an understanding person, Ceris. But if it happens more than once, then it's just not right.
No. And it doesn't even have to happen to me. If I see it on Facebook that you're canceling, like if I'm looking, if I look in it, I don't know. Let's say I book 50 bands a year. I mean, really, out of those 50, I'm only maybe dealing with 3 cancellations, and all the other ones have never canceled on me. So it's not unreasonable for me to look at a band that cancels twice a year, 2 or 3 times a year, because that's a lot, because you're only getting booked maybe at the most 4 times a year at the same venue. I'm not taking that risk. Like that's a lot.
No, I mean, and if bands would take the perspective as to, okay, I own a business, and if somebody came into my business and said they were going to lay flooring, and I moved all my furnishings out and all that so they could come in and lay flooring on Monday because we're not open on Monday, and then they didn't show on Monday, you're screwed. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's no different than a Saturday night in a bar where the bar depends on that night for their weekly income. Yeah, it's crazy. What's up, Dave? Thank you for being
Brian,
here, Dave.
I'm really, really sorry to hear about your grandfather.
Where we at? I'm lost here.
Brandon
Oh,
Schutz. I'm
yes.
really sorry.
Yeah, Brian, and the Party Punch, they went on. And
Is that Party Punch?
yeah. Yeah.
Guys, I'm
And
sorry.
you know, and that's a good example there. Just, you know, on with the show. It's like Brandy Evans lost her brother and she's still honoring her gigs. She's playing her gigs, you know, and that she could
And
have
I know
easily
that
just
must be
crawled in the
hard.
corner, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that must be hard. Played even in the rain. You know, I bet you there's some people that if they didn't play or they didn't do something, they would just sit and just like, I know I would need to do something. Word gets around quickly, not just bands, but venues that cancel with little notice. That has happened to me, and that's taking money out of my pocket. Nearly impossible to replace a good show last minute. It is. It really is. That's why, you know, I have two examples. One was right, one was wrong. The one guy canceled plenty of notice. They both gave me relatively good notice, but the one guy plenty of notice and said, Karis, I am so sorry to do this to you. Please know that this is not how I feel about your venue or anything. You're one of my favorite venues to play, but I got to travel for this show, blah, 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 blah. But I asked around and I got this person to take my show. Is this person legit? If not, I've got a couple of others. And I was like, no, that's perfectly fine. Thank you so much for handling it. And then the other person was like, hey, I'm canceling this date. One's right, one's wrong.
But it's funny. I filled in not too long ago as a DJ in place of a band because it got to that point where one band canceled, so they got another band to play their place, and that band canceled, and they were just like, "Screw it, Scott, can you come in and play music tonight?" And we did, and it worked. But you know, it's not something they want to do every Saturday, but it worked. It's just it's an integrity thing. I think everybody said it already. It's an honesty thing. It's just be upfront. And if you're going to do something like that, give some notice. I mean, give them a little bit of time to find a replacement if something comes up. We realize emergencies happen, but just because you don't feel like playing.
It's also, and even when you give notice, it's the way you handle it. I think your lack of care and the fact that it's, again, to play another local show and you don't even bother trying to find a replacement. That was your responsibility. So it's your responsibility to fill that slot, in my opinion. And I just think it's like, even with the notice, I mean, this person gave me a ton of notice, the one person, and still found me somebody. He's never not found me somebody.
That's a funny comment, Mike. That's a sticky one there. But yeah, a blacklist and share it between establishment. If you don't think establishment owners talk, they do. And, you know, there's a lot of that goes on, especially about pricing. That's another whole issue, but
yeah,
we'll get there someday. But you know what? It's also, and I'm going to turn the table on you a little bit, Karis. And I know you well enough to know that you're a stand-up person. You honor the gigs and all that. And there's a lot of venues out there right now. I see at the drop, they're outdoor venues, and they're at the drop of a raindrop in the morning. It's like, oh, we're canceling today. You know, we're canceling. And then it's beautiful at 6:00 in the evening, and the band could have played. It would have been just fine. But there's several of them I see doing that routinely. And that's just it's not appropriate as well. I mean, it's a venue's responsibility to honor the gig as well as the band.
Here's my theory. I think it's completely different. If you're going to, I have my whole theory on outdoor shows, booking outdoor shows. If you're going to book an outdoor show, unless there's a contract and it's up to the band to make the contract, get the venue to sign the contract and say, if you cancel on us, then or because a venue might have their own contract, but if you're booking outdoor shows, you are understanding that there's a chance it's going to cancel. It just is. The outdoors, you can't, the venue's got to they got to see, okay, I don't want to spend all this money, yada, yada, yada. Sorry, it's getting crazy in here. But indoor shows, I think that's shitty. I agree. Everybody should but outdoors, the weather thing, you can't control the weather thing.
There's some shenanigans happening in there.
There is.
The doggies are running rampant.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Start a list of emergency fill-ins. That's funny. That'd be good.
Greg, I didn't mean to ignore your phone call, your text, by the way. Love you, buddy. Kareem, just for fun, Ceris, what scenario would be something where if the band had to cancel on you day of non-injury, you would still be like, okay, that's too good of an opportunity to give up, take it?
You've said that. I mean, you've said that to bands before.
Find a replacement.
Yeah. I know you've said that to people.
Oh
before.
yeah, there's been bands that have come up to me and were straight up and said, "Ceris, I got this opportunity to open for this person. I hate to cancel on you." And I've been like, "No, that's a really good opportunity. Let's just try to find a replacement."
And you know what was funny? Sunday, I was communicating with you about a fill-in spot on your schedule, Ceris, and It was funny because I was talking to a guy from a band and he pulls up his phone and here's their band calendar. Okay. All these and everybody in their bands play in multiple projects. So they get on there and they say, okay, I'm playing with this band this weekend, this band. So they know they can't book those weekends because they can't get their band put together. It's amazing how many artists right now are playing in multiple projects and have a super calendar they have to juggle to make sure they can book the right dates. And I don't know how they keep it straight sometimes. And all it takes is one guy not to put his stuff in the calendar and then it screws the pooch, man. It's like,
right.
It's a bad day. So interesting. Let's see what Jan has to say here. John, I'm sorry. I thought it said Jan, but says, thanks for hosting the teenage bands on Sunday. Awesome to give them positive experience. That is way cool.
Yeah, it turned out really great. I was really excited about it. I'm glad that there was a big turnout. The whole point of that was to kind of make them, this is, you get to have your own rock and roll show. And I just wanted the room busy, full. So, I thought it turned out really cool. It made me happy. They seemed really happy.
Carla, I can't agree with you more there. You are spot on with that comment. Social skills have gone out the door. They have. Yeah. That's so true. And just when I think the world has gone to shit, I do meet some young people though that really do have social skills and are good people. So there is hope
out there.
There is hope. Yeah. And, I got a write-in at the last minute today. I don't know if we've beat this one up enough or not, but I did get a write-in at the last minute today that wanted us to, I think it's a little raw to talk about at this point, but I would like to do a little bit of a monologue about it. And that is the incident that happened down in Cincinnati at the Banks area and all that.
I won't talk about that, but you go ahead.
That is, I think we can all agree, no matter what you take as a perspective on that is bad for business. And those people that run those establishments down there have got to be sweating bullets because, first of all, they have big rent in those buildings they're in, where they're at, next to the stadiums and all those kind of things. And those kind of events that go national, like this one did, can really keep people away. And rightly so. I mean, nobody wants a beat down in the street, no matter who you are. So, those, and that came in today. Somebody said, how does violence in a bar affect it? 100% affects the clientele and who's going to come there. Some people will come to watch, but most people will avoid that because in today's way, old school days, there was a bar fight. People went outside, they left. Not so true today. It's really scary as to what could happen at your establishment if somebody gets crazy and pissed off. And that's all I'm going to say. I know you don't want to get involved in that, but
I feel very, 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 very bad for all of the businesses in the last few years in OTR and downtown. I do. I feel horrible for them. I won't get into anything other than that, but it's too bad. I know my bar, we have an older crowd and I like to keep it that way. I'm not against young people. I mean, knock on wood, we rarely have any problems in there. And we're not afraid to call the cops. I don't care. I don't care. If you're going to cause problems in the in my house, don't come home. Don't come over.
And I'm gonna back up too, and I'm gonna say this: this is not a new problem. Everybody's making it like, oh, it's just a recent issue, and it is not a new problem. I owned a teenage nightclub, okay, in the 80s,
Right.
and I will tell you that we got a certain clientele that decided to start showing up from a certain college nearby, about 30 minutes away, and there were transplants at this college from big inner cities, and they were, for lack of a better term, thuggy. And when they would come in the parking lot and do things, it affected my business severely. And it's hard because you have to call the cops, and then you have a liquor permit. And then if you continually call the cops, then when they go to review your liquor permit to say, yes, they look at the amount of calls that have been there and things like that. It could be a problem.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we don't have to call the cops often. I didn't say that as we do it often. We don't have to do it often.
You do when you have to.
When we really, and it's usually because somebody's injured, not because there's a fight.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think
I can't think of you guys having a fight.
Maybe one fight, and not even a legitimate fight, just one person tried and that was it. But I don't know, unless I'm missing something, I don't think we've ever really had a fight. We usually stop it way before anything happens.
And what I'm noticing out in the places I am,
it's an older crowd, not that it's old. It's an older crowd. We don't have the college crowd. We have an older crowd.
Which tend to be a little more responsible and have a little more to lose if they get in trouble. They do. But you know what I'm noticing too out and about the people that are causing conflict. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to get bashed for this, I'm sure. But everywhere I've been in the last 6 months that there's been any conflict in a club, it was between women. Sorry, those are the ones I've witnessed.
We actually had an incident this weekend. Another fucking bully came in and was picking on one of our, somebody we consider part of the fam there, because they disagreed months and months and months ago in something political. And she came in and first she made a scene because she didn't want to pay the cover. So her friend paid the cover for her. And then she straight up just started bad mouthing and like antagonizing this other person, our friend, and our friend came to us and I said, just ignore it. Because once is a mistake. Second, you're done. And she did. She ignored it. She went to the other side of the bar. She stood away. And this woman went up to her, purposely told Mart to fuck off. And then because he said you need to leave her alone, and then started calling her a bunch of names. And so Alex kicked her out immediately because we gave you one warning. Second, you're gone. And then later on sent her a disturbingly disturbing, threatening message.
Wow.
Horrible. And we're like, you're done. You're banned. I mean, some women can be nasty. That's 2 bullies in what, a week?
Well, yeah, and it seems to be a trend, unfortunately. I mean, you've dealt with it with some others that are not coming back. And, it's not just your place. I mean, I've been multiple venues and I've seen it. And it's strange. And I hated to get into this topic, but I did want to cover that because we're not going to do a show on that right now. Thank you for the input about it. But I believe that all needs to play out in a legal manner, and we are certainly not lawyers, cops, or anybody else on this show to determine what happened there. And you don't know what went on before, after, any of that. All you see is a minute's worth of video. So, keep that in mind. I mean, the video is very incriminating, obviously, but it's
What are you
just
talking
not.
about?
I'm talking about the Cincinnati thing.
Oh, I won't talk
Yeah.
about that.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just reading the guys. You're getting all caught up on my wording. It isn't old. We're older. It's not college. Are you guys college people? No, I'm not. Thank goodness.
Seasoned.
well-
Let's call it seasoned.
Okay, we have a lot of seasoned. We have a lot of vintage. No, I'm kidding. A lot of seasoned guests.
They have doilies on their tables at home. Yes. No. Vintage people or experienced music lovers. That's an even better term. Experienced.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy. Gina. We were just sitting there. I was like, whoa. I don't know, man. It's sometimes so hard to believe that people actually act like this, like grown adults act. Like the woman this past Saturday. I was like, you're an embarrassment.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Girl.
Yeah. Get off the old people thing. Everybody. Hi, Dirk Turner. Thanks for being here. What'd Kareem say?
I like that. OGs, Heather. I like OGs.
Yeah. And I guess what you're really saying, if I can subtitle it, is that most of your people are respectful and do not want to engage in any controversial behavior in your establishment.
Right.
Because it never ends well. It doesn't.
No. We try to do the right thing. We don't care who you are. Usually, like I said, once is a mistake, second, get the fuck out.
Carrie, place your walkers in the corner. I love it. I think maybe we should have a night at the Bell that we all sit around a table and talk about our ailments.
No, but we should have
wanna
like
do
a
that.
Golden Girls night at the bar where we all dress up like ancient
Oh my
oldies.
God. That's funny. I could probably pull Stan off from the Golden Girls.
Dude, I
Stanley.
fucking love Golden Girls.
Yeah. But you know, where I lived in Florida, you could go to happy hour and it started at one side of the bar. By the time you got to the other side of the bar, somebody had a lung replacement that day because they all talked about their ailments and they were all in their 80s. It was fun to listen to. It was.
Evelyn Cantor from, I'm sorry, do I know who you are? I know an Evelyn that used to come to Matching Madness on Mondays, but I haven't seen that person in a while.
Where's the comment? Is there a comment? Oh, there
I know
it is.
even wine is better aged. This is true. I'm just teasing her. I just missed her. I haven't seen her in Kent in a while. Dale, do bands still use booking agents or just do it them? My God, unfortunately they do, but I wish they would just do it themselves because I hate dealing with booking agents. I won't even do it.
Carla, we'll sit at that table and talk about our ailments. Yes, we will. I can tell you all about mine. Then we could get into our
2
mental
weeks,
ailments.
Evelyn? You're going to be back in 2 more weeks?
2 weeks.
That's a long ass time. I'm going to find a new Evelyn.
Yeah, Carrie, you're old too. Keep it in mind. All right. You got anything else today?
No. It's a beautiful day, though.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hey, we got a big week coming up.
Yeah.
We do.
We got somebody's birthday that we're celebrating this week. 2 female-owned establishments are excited to celebrate you this week.
Oh,
Your celebration at Heather's with Heather on Saturday. And then Thursday, we're celebrating you at the Jam. So we get 2 parties to celebrate you.
do I get a crappy table message for old time's sake?
Crappiest table message ever.
Like, here's Scott with none of his friends.
100%.
I've been missing those. Every time I walk in, I look for one and I just don't see it.
There's going to be so many for you.
You're killing me. You're killing me. So we're letting the cat out of the bag, little party at the Jam. Now, I will tell you all, please understand, I love you all. Please don't offer me shots.
Look at Kevin Cooper's.
Where is it?
Kevin Cooper's topic idea. When the lead singer's knee starts acting up due to a storm coming, should the band?
Oh, Kevin Cooper.
This has been a tough summer with the rain.
It is. It is. It is. Yes. Thank you, Carla. You're so sweet. Someday we'll give you your prize package too, if they ever print my shirts.
Oh, yeah. But hey, I'm going to gaslight Carla and blame it on her and tell her it's because she hasn't come to the bar yet.
Yeah, there we go. Let's do that.
Totally not true, Carla. But if you do come to the bar, we'll have it for you.
I do love Jameson, but I ask that please don't be offended if I turn down a drink from you because I have to drive 30 minutes back home.
I'll
that
pay
night.
for your Uber, or I'll drive you home.
You're not going to pay for my Uber, so
I can drive you home.
We're all going to have a good night on Thursday, though. I don't have to be drunk to have a good time, and I always have a good time when I come to the Bell and the Bear. You know that, Carla. Shot. Yes. But we're going to have a good time Thursday night. And then Saturday, I'll be at Heather's with britches down on the patio. And I was really going to be at your place with Archer's Gate. But then my lovely friend Heather planned a shindig for me. So I can't not do that because she takes very good care of me every week.
Carrie said he'd drive you.
Can you do that in a cruiser, Carrie? That's what I want.
Oh my God, I'll pay you, Carrie, to do
with
it.
The lights on, with the lights and siren going. It's been like 9 years since I've run emergency anywhere, so that would be fun. But everyone invited to Scott's big birthday at the Bell on Thursday. Cat's out of the bag, so I'm cheating on the homework Karis gave me to invite people. Thank you, Kevin Cooper.
Oh well, I didn't know this was a surprise.
It's not a surprise.
Oh.
Evelyn will be there Saturday to see Archer's Gate. Yes, they're a great band. Go see them.
Scotty, if you need me to yell at you, I could just call you.
Scotty Bratcher, can I just tell you that your boy is the cutest thing ever?
Oh my God, his kid is the cutest, and I love how much he posts about him because he is adorable.
Absolutely adorbs. I don't think we have anything else today for this wonderful topic, but remember, if you're in a band, stick to your commitments. If you've got a gig, don't just take the next best thing because you think it'll make you 50 more bucks or something. Come on. Be kind.
Be kind to one another.
Thanks, Ellen. I appreciate that. And your hair, by the way, is on point today, Karis. Literally. There it is. That's the look I get.
I have 3 minutes to get ready. Look, I already told Carla. I apologize. Guys, I apologize for my non-supermodel look.
You're just another brick in the wall today.
I'm just another brick in the wall.
You are. Carla will be there Thursday. Oh my gosh. I got to find Carla a shirt by then. Anybody have one they want to give Carla? Because mine won't be printed.
Carla!
Yes.
All right, I'm going to have your gift ready. What is your gift, by the way? What did we say it was?
Lifetime subscription to our programming. A bottle of All Around Town water. What else does she get? A sticker. A All Around Town sticker.
You can have a Bell and the Bear sticker too.
Okay.
What else did she with t-shirts?
Oh, and we don't have them yet, but Ed's going to get our picture, and we're going to have 8x10 black and white glossies of Karis and Scott that we'll sign for you.
God, I hope not.
I do too. That's cheesy, but it'd be fun.
So cheesy.
It is.
Should just be a picture of me yelling at you.
Don't trash the Pirates Cove stage. I'm there next night. Okay. I hate bands that trash the stage. We've talked about that. Yeah. All right.
I hate bands that don't clean up after the stage. Like, you've used my equipment, put it away or bring it back.
Like you found it.
Like you found it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that I could go off the handle on that.
Yeah. That's all we got today. Look at the viewership dropping rapidly. They're like, these people are done.
All right, well, we're done.
Yeah. Pick up your set list, Gina.
Everybody,
said. Yes.
come and visit us this week.
Oh, by the way, thank you, Kevin Tolles, for giving me first bill. I appreciate that on the great job there, because the other night I ran into a gentleman at the Bell who had never really watched our show till last week when Karis went off on her 15-minute blackout tangent. But he told me, he says, it was really nice of me to go on that show with Ceris and help moderate that. I thought that was, yeah, okay. So it's now the Ceris show, and I just joined. Want to see what I mean? Right here it is. There's the Ceris show. She's wonderful. That's all we got. Thank you, Brandon. Hopefully I'll see you Wednesday this week, Brandon. Tomorrow. Let me know.
And
I know
also,
we
guys,
missed you
we have
last
the second edition of our the Future of Rock this Sunday as well, with 2 new bands, the Jumanos and Stuck in the Mesh. It all starts at 6 p.m. And on Saturday, we're really excited because we have Archer's Gate and the Shivers are opening for them. That kicks off at 9. We got Willie Phoenix on Friday, the Jam, where we're celebrating Scott on Thursday, and Wednesday is Ray Renee's karaoke. And today, $2 PBRs and $3 Jameson.
Shameless plugs. I'll be at the Moose tonight in Miamisburg doing trivia, and I'll be at Heather's on the patio tomorrow night. We Name That Tune, our weekly gig there at 7 o'clock. And then Saturday, after the Jam party, on Saturday, I will be at Heather's most of the day because Gina and Johnny play in the afternoon. So I'm going to go see them.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
then Saturday night, it's an epic party at Heather's. So if you're in the Dayton area and want to join me for a little birthday shindig, that's 5 minutes from the house. I could crawl home from there. So we'll be good that night.
If you're in Dayton, go celebrate with Scott. If you're in the Montgomery area, come celebrate with us.
You need to say that like the reporters do on TV up here now. Dayton. If you're in Dayton. Dayton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Gina, 1 to 4, Heather's Saturday. She'll be there. Gina McCann, the lovely voice with butter and cayenne pepper. It's all happening. See y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Let's talk to Kathy for a minute. You want to?
This is Kathy Laverty from the Bell and the Bear Jam. And when I look for local music, I tune in to All Around Town Radio.
Thanks, Kathy.
Thanks, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy. We out of here, people. Adios, amigos. Sing it, Ceris. This is your song.
Working for a weekend, and I want to see a show.
Yeah, I know where to go.
Let it go.
There's a man over there.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities they represent.
Join us tomorrow live at noon for Wednesday with the band. It's ATP. After the party in the house tomorrow at noon. Yes. Bye. Bye, everybody.